Welcome everybody back to Homestead Heart, and this is going to be a heads up video. I am giving you all a heads up as promised. Now, if you remember, this year, Miss H and I harvested some delicious strawberries, right, Miss H?
Yes, we did.
We harvested some delicious strawberries, and we shared with you all how we planted them. And how we compared the plantings of the previous years where we've always planted crowns. Strawberry crowns is what we've always done year after year after year after year. And we have had very minimal success. And I can't explain why that is. I mean, I do not know why. We plant them correctly. We know how to plant them. In fact, some of them did okay. Some of them grew, but we planted like 100 and some odd crowns, and only a few of them actually survived, okay? And we planted them year after year, many years in a row. Same result. We put some in our green stock. We put some in our raised beds. We put some in our food bars. We planted them every which way. In multiple different ways, and we just have not had the best success. Now, in all fairness though, with the green stalk, I think I know why they didn't do good, because I forgot to water them. But the rest of them just did not make it. So what did we do? We switched over to planting strawberry plugs. So last year we purchased strawberry plugs. This time last year, in fact, I have the confirmation right here. We made this purchase July 20th of 2024. And we purchased them from Ison's Nursery, okay? Now, last year, we purchased the Sweet Charlies and the Chandlers. We purchased two varieties. And we decided that the Sweet Charlies were so sweet. They were like absolutely delicious, but they didn't produce as much as the Chandlers. The Chandlers grew larger plants, bigger, bushier plants. They produced way more strawberries, but they did not taste as good as the Sweet Charlies, okay? I got a low battery. So, this year, we looked on the Ison's Nursery website here, and we're not affiliated with Ison's, okay? But this is just us giving you a heads up because we told you we would. So this year, they still have the Chandlers. Remember, the Chandlers did really well for us, and they produced a lot of berries. You all saw how large those beautiful red berries were. And don't get me wrong, they tasted good. They just did not taste as good as the Sweet Charlie. So this year, they are still offering the Chandlers, but they do not have the Sweet Charlies. This year, they have Camarosa and Ruby June. So, if you remember, we told you all that we were transitioning our raised beds over to strawberries, right? A lot of them, just strawberries. So this year, we ordered Ruby June and we ordered Camarosa. I don't know how they're going to taste. But I'm hoping that they will taste very good, because that will give us 4 raised beds of strawberries. So we'll have one with the Sweet Charlie, one with the Chandler, and then Camarosa and Ruby June. And I think that should be enough for us for our 4 raised beds that we're converting over to strawberries, right? And the reason why we're doing that is because we're trying to avoid purchasing strawberries out of the market, because strawberries are just one of those fruits that are heavily sprayed with chemicals to keep pests under control. And no matter how much you soak and wash them, it just doesn't get rid of all of those chemicals, which can be very harmful to the human body, okay? So, because we love strawberries, smoothies, right, Mr. H?
Yes, we do.
We love strawberry. In fact, that's my primary fruit for our smoothies. For me, it's strawberries. He likes strawberries, blueberries, bananas, and all of the above. But me personally, I'm the strawberry banana person.
Yeah.
All right.
Smoothies,
Yeah.
strawberries just go hand in hand.
Well, for him. Blueberries, I like to eat them fresh by themselves or maybe in a salad. But for some reason, I don't like them in my smoothies. They just don't, they bother the flavor for me in my smoothies, okay? So I steer clear of those, but I do add them to Mr. H's smoothie because he loves it all, right? But the Camarosas, let me see here. Now for the Camarosas, and you can order these, and they come in flats, okay? Just like if you were starting seeds, they come in flats in trays of 50. And so you can order as many as you want until they sell out. You can order up to 1,000 if you want, you know, but they come 50 at minimum. And then when you order them, they come already planted in the trays with the beautiful green growth and all of that. That's how they ship them to you, ready to plant. And then you plant them out wherever you're going to plant them out. The minimum is 50. They don't sell 10 and 5 and all of that. The minimum is 50, okay? But in any case, the beautiful Camarosa, let me tell you about these real quick. Now, they say on their website that Camarosa is one of the most common varieties of strawberries grown. It produces a big yield of berries, and the berries are large with good form and stand up well to storage and shipping. They have a wonderful sweet flavor, too. The strawberry plants grow between 6 and 12 inches tall and wide. Depending on where you live, they will ripen and be ready to harvest between February and June. Expect to be able to harvest Camarosa berries a little earlier than other varieties, okay? So they produce earlier than the Chandlers and the Sweet Charlies. They are hardy between zones 3 and 9, okay? So now that's Camarosa. So I'm excited to try those Camarosas. Now the Chandlers, we already told you about the Chandlers, but let me just give you a little bit about the Chandler. They produce large, delicious berries, as we said, right? They are a very popular variety because of its intense strawberry flavor. I agree with that. They offer a distinct flavor and sweetness, unlike other varieties that have traded taste for greater disease resistance or increased yields. The interior of the fruit features red coloring and plenty of juice. I agree with that. If you don't like the dry and white centers found in other strawberries, Chandler fruits could quickly become your favorite. They are hardy zones 4 through 8, okay? Chandler produces 7 to 10, I'm going to say weeks after the Sweet Charlie. All right, so those are the Chandlers right there. And I can attest to a lot of what they're saying here because I agree. They are a very juicy berry. And they do get large and they do have that strawberry flavor. And I don't remember seeing much of a white core in that berry at all. Do you?
No, I don't. It was just juicy all the way through. Just
juicy, yeah. Mostly berry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and last but not least of the 3 that they are offering this year is the Ruby June. And they're saying that Ruby June is more of a compact June-bearing berry, okay? This variety is compact and it bears in the month of June. So they can be planted, they're saying they can be planted more densely than other varieties. They also grow higher off the ground, which allows for good airflow around the plant and more resistant to problems caused by heavy rainfall. And it's hardy between zones 5 and 8. And of course, all of your strawberries are going to need full sun, okay, in order to grow them well. And the good thing about this is getting them for us. We found buying the plugs is that they don't ship these plugs out. Let me see, they used to ship them in September. Okay, so they don't ship them in September anymore. It's too hot. It's still too hot in September. So they're saying that they don't ship in September anymore. They now ship in October, which is perfect. because when we get them mid to late October, it's beginning to cool down. That's the perfect time to go ahead and get your strawberries in, get them planted. And what we did, hey, did we put straw over them right away after we planted them?
Yes, we did.
Okay, so we heavily mulched them with the straw, which is what you want to do, straw berries. Okay, so you want to mulch them really good with the straw. You want to, when it starts to get cold, cover everything, leaves and all. Okay, cover everything. Don't have it packed to where like they get so compressed down to the plant wilts and dies, but go ahead and put an inch or two of straw all over the entire bed. Cover those plants well to protect them from the winter. That's what we did. And then in the early spring, they just started bursting through the straw and emerging through the straw and putting on those beautiful berries. And the straw also helps protect them from the pest as well. Now, one thing I could tell you, if you're raising chickens, you can take some crushed eggshells. Don't powder them to where it's just like a dust, but just kind of smash them pretty good and put those eggshells around your plants, on top of the straw, underneath the straw, wherever you want to put it all around the plant, because that will help keep the slugs, the snails, off of your berries as well. Because we didn't have, did you see any slug damage? I didn't see not a single slug.
No, we did.
All right.
And
so, no, we did not. So putting the eggshells over the bed, even before you plant, just sprinkle it over the top of the raised bed or wherever you're planting them at, and that'll help control the slugs, okay? Now, I'm not going to mention the prices because you can go online to Ison's Nursery. It's isons.com. Now, unfortunately, they do not ship strawberry plugs to Arizona, California, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, New Mexico, Nevada, Oregon, Utah, or Washington State. So they don't ship there, but if you're in any of these other locations, you can order your plugs from Ison's Nursery. And the last tip I'm going to give you is if you want it, they sell out really fast. Okay, they sell out fast for these plugs. So if you want them, I'm going to suggest that you go ahead and order them. And when you do order, let them know that Homestead Heart sent you over there, that's why you're there, because we recommended them to you. All right. Now, we are not affiliated with them, so we're not benefiting from sending you all over there. But the one thing I can tell you is that that's what has worked for us, is doing the plugs instead of the crowns. So y'all, if this is some information that you found helpful, please let us know, and I'll continue to do these heads up videos when we come across things that we have tried and we find that they work for us. Then we'll be happy to give you a heads up and let you know about it as well. All right, y'all. So that's gonna do it. I hope I said everything I needed to say. I did.
Yes, you did. And those Chandlers, it was very sweet.
The Chandlers were absolutely good. The Sweet Charlies were my favorite. They just didn't produce very many.
No, they didn't. They didn't. I think the Sweet Charlies was more sweeter. They
were sweeter, smaller.
They had more of a berry taste.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, I would say the Sweet Charlies taste better, but they didn't produce that much.
That's true.
Unless they need heavy fertilizer.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But you know, we don't like babysitting stuff.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We don't like babysitting. We need stuff that's gonna grow.
Yeah.
You know, but no, we don't have time for all that tender stuff.
Yeah,
we got too much to do.
Got too much going on.
So we need some plants that's gonna be hardy, that's gonna be like, we got this, you know, just give us a good start.
Yeah.
We got this, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So basically, you know, those Chandlers, you know, they produce more.
Yeah.
You know,
they produce a lot more.
You know, you get a lot more, you know, for like off one plant, but then the other one you get like one or two.
It's not a lot. It's not a big production. Yeah. But they so good. So what I think I'll do, because they do have a lot of runners on them right now.
Yeah.
I think I'll take those runners and cut them off and just plant those closer. I think I'll do a
Yeah.
dense planting of
Yeah.
those to see if we can, you know, maximize on that as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we do like the Sweet Charlie's better. The Chandlers were a heavy producer, and those berries. Did y'all see them berries? They were huge.
Yeah, they was. They was.
They were huge. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna see about what's new. So this time we have Camarosa and Ruby Junes coming.
Ah.
So we're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. And I did order 50 plugs of each one. And those Ruby Junes, since you can plant those close together, I think I'll probably be planting those like 6 inches apart, because the other berries, we planted them a foot or so apart.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did a foot in between each row, and the plants were a foot apart.
Mm-hmm.
But these Ruby Junes, I think we're going to do those about, I don't know, maybe every 6 inches or so.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good to grow strawberries. Like she said, you know, those smoothies, man, you know, homegrown strawberries without all the chemical spray.
No chemicals.
So, you know, you eating healthy. If you work out, you get healthy, fresh produce in your backyard, raised bed. Instead of going to the store, we don't know what we really getting, what's been sprayed, you know.
That's true.
So, yeah, that's a big deal for people who like to work out and, you know, and eat healthy, you know.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
So hopefully you found this video very, very helpful. You know, we just wanted to give you all a heads up and let you know that Ison's has the plugs on sale now.
Yeah.
And if you want them, get them, because like I said, they don't last very long at all. I ordered ours a few days ago, and I said, well, I better let them know right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
So y'all, if you like the video, give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos we upload to our channel. And if you found this helpful, please, again, share this with somebody else that you think is going to want to take advantage of these strawberry plugs while you can.
Yes.
Because it's not just the backyard gardener that orders from Ison's nursery. You have strawberry farms that orders from them too. Okay? So keep that in mind that, again, if you want to get these plugs, don't think they're going to be here next month, because they're not.
Yeah.
You kind of got to get them while the getting is good. Okay,
yes,
y'all?
do.
So, and also they have their muscadines as well, because we plant our muscadines in the fall. We don't do that summer muscadine planting, but we're going to do another video talking about that as well. All right, y'all? So that's going to do it for this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel or hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos we upload to our channel. And thank y'all again for watching Homestead Heart.
Peace and blessings. Yes, yes, y'all.
To each and every one of you. And we'll see y'all in the next video. And remember, y'all, grow your groceries.
Grow your groceries, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. Peace.